We'll see if you need to use a block or a pillow.
Sorry, Katie, I can't hear you.
Okay, does that sound any better?
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what happens. Who knows? So find a comfortable seat. Let the foundation get very heavy. Make any adjustments that you need. So if you feel like you're rounding into the lower back, then it's really useful to sit up on a block. And let the spine lift up, crown of the head lengthen up. Eyes either closed or just focus the gaze down onto one spot. And take a few moments to let the body settle. I sent you the link. I WhatsApped you the link. Will you bear with me one second? Sorry, just one moment. Hey guys. Okay. So take a moment, let the body settle. We'll take a deep inhale through the nose. And sigh out through the mouth. Do that 2 more times. Inhale through the nose. And clearing exhale through the mouth. And one more. Deep inhale. And the clearing exhale. Just take a moment to check in with yourself and notice how you're doing. Notice the physical sensations. Anything that might be coming up emotionally. Also your mood and your energy this morning. Know that when we're moving through the practice, you're always welcome to rest whenever you need to, modify when you need to, use your props if you have them available to you. We'll bring the hands into prayer in front of the heart and press of the palms together. And there's an opportunity, if you like, to set an intention for today, for the weekend, for something specific. And when the mind is a little bit blank, you can just think about why you've chosen to take the class and use that as your focus. We'll take an inhale together. Send out your intentions with your exhale. Release the hands down. Now come into sitting with the legs extended. Have a bit of a bend in the knees. The feet don't need to be together, a little bit apart. Inhale to lift and lengthen. And then exhale, very gentle fold forward. So just keep an eye on your lower back. Look down towards the floor, your shins. And we'll take a couple of deep breaths here. The knees can be really bent. If it feels okay for you, you can start to straighten the legs. Two more breaths. On your inhale, hug the belly in, slowly lift out with length. Bend the right knee. We're going to cross the right foot over the left leg. Gently squeeze the right shin in towards you and sit up nice and tall. Again, this bottom leg can be as bent as it needs to be. And we'll take a twist. The right hand comes behind. Left hand, just either hook it or you can hug the right knee in. Again, gentle twist, doesn't need to be too strong. Turn the right shoulder open. Make sure the shoulders are relaxed. Use an inhale to lengthen up. And exhale to turn. Couple of deep breaths here. Come back to center. A counter twist to your left. You can just run the right arm down, the right leg. Inhale to sit tall, crown of the head lifts up. Exhale, turn to the left. Inhale back to center. And switch legs. So right leg extends, left knee bends. Take a moment hugging that left leg in. The left foot is flexed. Sit up nice and tall so you start to feel this opening through the left hip. Maybe across the lower back a little bit. We'll take our twist to the left. Left hand behind. The right arm either hooking or hugging the left leg. Inhale to sit tall. Exhale, turn to the left. Drop the shoulders down and take a couple of deep breaths. Come back to center. And we're going to take the legs wide. As wide as feels okay for you. Knees as bent as they need to be. Inhale to sit tall. And then the exhale, we hinge forwards. Any amount. When you start to feel the resistance, breathe into it. So rather than rounding the back, think about lengthening the breastbone forwards. Couple more big breaths. On your inhale, engage the core, lift out with length. And then plant the feet at the edges of the mat with the knees bent. Hands behind you, and we're going to windscreen wipe the knees from side to side. So really turning from side to side so you feel a bit of a twist through the spine and the massage through the bum. Nice easy movements. No rush. Now come to center, knees bent. We're going to take figure 4. So you might need to step your left foot forward a little bit, cross the right ankle over the left knee. Now, if you can, bend the left knee, open the right knee up. You get that lovely stretch through the right hip. Flex the right foot. Press into the hands, lift the chest up. And breathe into that. If you need to adjust so that you feel that stretch, go for it. Release the right foot down and we'll switch sides. So you might need to bring the right foot forward a little bit, cross the left ankle over the right thigh, and then step the right foot in any amount. Think about lengthening up, so pressing into the hands, not just collapsing down. Adjust so you feel the opening, deepen the breath. And release the left foot down. We're going to come forward to all fours. One round of cow and cat. Inhale to lift the gaze and open the chest, a little bend in the elbows. Exhale, round into cat pose, tuck the chin. Come back to neutral. Tuck the toes under, push back to downward facing dog. Lift the sit bones up and back. Keep the knees nice and bent. Push into your hands and really shift the weight back. Think about sinking the chest and the armpits down. And then slowly pedaling out the feet. You really want to feel this through the backs of the legs, even through the soles of the feet, the ankles and the toes. And really start to exaggerate the movement so you get that through the outside of the hips into the lower back a little bit. On an inhale, lift up onto tiptoes. Lift the heels right up. Exhale, the heels sink back and down. And give the head a shake out, yes and no. On your next exhale, look forwards. Slowly step the feet slowly to the top of the mat. And we'll take ragdoll. So forward fold over slightly bent knees. Let the head go. And just rest the little fingers in the elbow creases. Be very heavy here. The arms are droopy. The head is droopy. Knees are bent. Give the head a shake to release the neck. And then sway from side to side. You might start to bend and straighten through the knees a little bit. And we'll rock backwards and forwards. So when you come forward, you're really catching the weight in your toes, rocking back into the heels, and the head still hangs heavy. Come to stillness here, really plant through the feet, release your arms down. On your inhale, reverse swan dive to rise up. The arms come out to the sides, reach all the way up to the ceiling, press the palms. Exhale, hands to heart, and be still, close the eyes. Smooth out your breath. Now release the arms down by the sides. On your next inhale, a big stretch out and up. Really feel the stretch through the arms and the shoulders. Exhale, draw the prayer down the center line. Inhale to reach up and out and up. Exhale, pull that prayer down. One more time. Inhale, reach up. This time, interlace the fingers at the top, flip the palms and press the palms up. Inhale, press into the feet to lengthen. Exhale, hinge over to the right. Keep pressing into your feet, pressing into your hands, and the hips shift to the left. Lift the chin. Breathe deeply. Inhale back to center. Exhale left. Lift the chin up, relax the shoulders down. On your next inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale to swan dive forwards. We'll take a halfway lift. Inhale, hands on the shins, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hands down, step back to downward facing dog. On an inhale, come forwards into a plank. Always the option to release the knees down if you need to. Exhale, take it back to downward facing dog. Inhale to your plank. Exhale, shift it back. One more time. Inhale to plank. Exhale, lowering down onto your belly. Use your knees if you need to. Tops of the feet press down, toes point. Look down, forehead down, hands under the shoulders, and then hover your hands just a little bit off the mat. Press the tops of the feet and the pubic bone down. Inhale, lift the chest and the hands. Exhale, lower down. Just a little lift up. Inhale to come up. Exhale, lower. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, come up through plank or all fours. Exhale, back to down dog. Let the armpits and the chest sink down. Heels back and down. On your next exhale, look forwards. Step or hop to the top. Halfway lift. Inhale. Forward fold. Exhale. Inhale, big lift up. Reach up. Forward fold with the exhale. Halfway lift. Inhale. Step back to downward facing dog. Use an inhale to curl forwards into a plank. Back to down dog with your exhale. Inhale, forwards plank. Exhale, down dog. One more. Inhale to plank. Lowering down on your exhale. Pressing the palms down, press the tops of the feet down. Inhale for cobra, coming up a little bit higher this time. Only as high as feels comfortable for you. Exhale, lower down. We're going to do that again. Come up only as much as feels comfortable in your back so that you can hold it. Think about lengthening from the tips of the toes to the pelvis and then out through the lower back and up through the crown. Shoulders away from the ears. 2 more breaths. Gently release down. Inhale, come up through plank or all fours. Exhale, back to down dog. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Take 5 whole breaths. Your awareness is on the breath and on the physical sensations. On your next inhale, lift the right leg up, three-legged dog. So keep the hips square, kick out through the right heel. Right heel is lifting up, but your left heel still sinking back and down and still pushing into your hands, looking back towards the left foot. Now bend the right knee, turn the right hip open, lift the right knee up towards the ceiling. Keep sinking the left heel down. Inhale, kick out through the right heel, square off the hips. Exhale, bring the knee towards the nose and step the right foot through. Drop the back knee down, low lunge. Bring the hands inside the right foot and heel toe the right foot out to the side a little bit. Your hands are either on your mat or you can always use your blocks. So we're getting into the left hip, the right groin, the hip sinking down, the spine long. And if it feels good to pulse or move a little bit, go ahead. We're going to pull back to half split, shifting the hips directly over the back knee and flexing the right foot so the toes point up. Inhale, lengthen out of the waist. Exhale, fold in to any degree until you feel this stretch down the back of the right leg. And then shift the right hip back a little bit. It wants to creep forwards. Pull it back, flex the foot. Breathe where you need it. Slowly come back into your lunge, sinking the hips. We'll add in a twist. Left hand down, reach the right hand up. As that hand reaches up, press into the left hand. Reach up, lean back, keep the hips sinking down. On your next exhale, release the right hand down. You're going to step back to downward facing dog and pause. Let's take a moment, notice how that feels. Second side, inhale to lift the left leg up, nice and slow, controlled movement. Then the left knee, open the hip. So when you do this open hip down dog, the left armpit wants to lift up. You want to turn to look under the left armpit, but don't. Square the shoulders off, keep looking back. Lift the left knee up a little bit higher, sink the right heel down. Extend the left leg, square off the hips. Exhale, knee to nose, rock forwards, step the left foot through. Back knee down, low lunge. And we hold it here, static or pulsing. Slowly pull back to half splits and flex the left foot, left toes up. Inhale, you lengthen. Exhale, fold in. Left hip pulls back. Be with your breath, be with the sensations. Come back forwards into your lunge. Right hand down, left hand reaches up. Hips keep sinking down. One more breath to open up. Exhale to release the left hand down. On your inhale, step forwards, lift the back knee up, step forwards, take a halfway lift. Inhale. Fold in with the exhale. Give the head a shake out. Soften the shoulders. Now, either bring the big toes to touch or the feet stay roughly hip width for chair pose. Sink the hips down. Lift the chest and the arms. Sit deep. Make the legs strong. Sit a little bit deeper. If the shoulders are tight, you can take the hands nice and wide or bend the elbows. We're going to move with the breath. On an inhale, cactus the arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the chin. On an exhale, round the back, touch the forearms, bring the elbows towards the belly button. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale to open. Exhale to round in. On your inhale, reach the prayer up to the sky. And exhale to swan dive forward. Step straight to downward facing dog. Inhale to lift the right leg up. Exhale, steps the right foot through. Take an inhale here. Use your inhale to rise up to a crescent lunge. And then bend into the front knee. Press into the back foot. Reach your hands up. 2 more breaths. Opening into warrior 2, drop the back heel down, open hips and arms. Rebend into that right knee. Flip the front palm and reverse. So the legs stay in that position. You reach the right hand up and then back. Check in with the neck and the shoulders. Turn the head into the most comfortable position. And then come back to warrior 2. Straighten the front leg. Bring the hands onto the hips. Turn the toes out and the heels in. And you might need to bring the feet a little bit closer together. And then squat down. Hands to heart. Toes turn out. Knees turn out. Hips sink down. And the shoulders pull back over the hips. So like you're leaning against the wall. Pelvic floor lifts up. And keep breathing. And maybe remember your intention at this point. We're going to bring the hands onto the thighs and take some twists. So drop the right shoulder down. Press the right thigh away and turn to your left. Exhale, come back to center, keep the hips low. Inhale, turn to your right. Keep going with your breath. Exhale to center. Inhale to your left. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale one more time. Back to center. Turn to the right. Come back to center. Hands in prayer. 2 breaths here if you can. On your inhale, star pose. Straighten the legs, straighten the arms, up and out. Look up. Hands to heart. Turn the feet parallel. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold forwards. Bend the knees if you need to. Let the head and the hands go. Couple of breaths here. Inhaling for a halfway lift. Walk the hands round to the top of the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. There's an optional vinyasa here. You can rest or flow through. Inhale to a plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale for your back bend, cobra or up dog. Exhale to down dog. Take 3 breaths. Second side. Inhale, lift your left leg up. Exhale to step the left foot through. Crescent lunge, rise up. Deepen the bend into the front knee. We're here for 2 more breaths. Relax the shoulders. Inhale to warrior 2. Two more breaths. Flip the front palm, reverse. Bend into the left knee. 2 big breaths. Warrior 2. Hands on the hips, straighten the front leg. Feet are parallel. No, they're not. Don't want to miss out. Horse stance, toes turn out, heels turn in. Then sink the hips down. Hands to heart. Good. Shoulders pull back. Now check in. Don't want the bum and the belly sticking out. Hug the belly in, tuck the bum under a little bit. Sit a bit deeper. Come back to your breath. Two more breaths here. Might help to smile a little bit. That will make it feel better. Now we'll bring the hands onto the thighs. And we're going to take a cat-cow movement. If you need to straighten your legs a little bit to ease out, go ahead. Let's sink back in. That was an excuse for me to do that. So on the inhale, open the chest, look up, rounding the back. Exhale, hug the belly in, chin to chest. Inhale to open up, keep the hips low. Exhale, round in. 3 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Come to a neutral spine, hands to heart. Sit deep. 2 more breaths. Use your next inhale to open into star pose. Press down, reach up, look up. Hands to heart. Parallel the feet. Inhale to lift and lengthen. We're going to grab an interlace behind the back. On your exhale, fold forwards, leading with the heart. So chest leans forward, bum sticks out behind you. Fold all the way down, bend your knees if you need to. Let the head go. Take an inhale through the nose. Let it out through the mouth. If the shoulders allow, lift the knuckles up. Maybe they start to come overhead.
Slowly release the hands down. Halfway lift, inhale.
Hands round to the top of the mat. Step back to downward facing dog.
And pause. Close the eyes. And taking a moment to feel that pretty strong work in the body, in the legs. Now there's a final vinyasa if you like, or you can come to rest in child's pose. If you're flowing through, the inhale moves you to plank.
The exhale lowers you down. Inhale, lengthen into your back bend. Exhale to down dog.
And then we all meet in child's pose. Seat to heels. Let the head rest. The forearms, elbows on the mat. There's the option to bring the hands into prayer and then bend the elbows so that the thumbs come to the back of the neck. Walk your elbows forwards and sink the armpits and the chest down. Stabilize the breath. Extend the arms forwards. And we'll thread the needle, bring the right arm through. Right shoulder, right side of the head down. Come back to your breath. Extend the right hand forwards, left arm threads through. Left arm forward. Forehead on the mat. Some forehead rolls side to side. Walk your hands in, come up to sit.
Make your way down onto your back. And either hug the knees in and take some movement, or just come to stillness with your knees bent. Wrap your right thigh over the left, like you would be sitting cross-legged. The right thigh over the left, and then bring the knees in towards you. You can hold on to the knees or the shins, whatever's easily accessible. Relax the shoulders, the face, and give them a hug in. Just a couple of breaths here. Release the hands, bring both feet onto the mat. And switch sides. Left thigh crosses. Bring the knees in towards the belly. Let the feet rest, dangle. Release the hands, bring the feet down. Take the feet to the edges of the mat with the knees bent. Arms out to the sides and some windscreen wipers of the knees. So the feet stay on the edge of the mat with the feet flexed, the knees bent. And just windscreen wipering the knees from side to side. And keep going a few more times. And we'll come back to center. Another squeeze of the knees in towards you. And moving into Shavasana. Legs long, feet wide. The arms down by the sides. Make your final adjustments to be still here. And then scanning through from the crown of the head, release any tension in the forehead, the eyebrows, the eyes. Soften the cheeks and the lips and the jaw, the ears, whole of the head. Relax the neck, shoulders, the chest, the whole of the rib cage, shoulder blades. Relax the arms, the wrists, the hands, the fingers. The whole of the belly, the whole of the back, lower, middle, upper back, soft. The pelvis and the hips heavy, legs heavy, and the feet flopping out to the sides. No effort required. Let the ground hold you. It will take a couple of minutes to be still and quiet. We'll start now to deepen the breath. A few deep breaths. Feel the breath in the body. And then start to move your fingers and toes, wrists and ankles. Reach the arms overhead, take a big full body stretch. And draw your knees in, let yourself roll to one side. And come up to sit. Coming back into your comfortable seat. with the hands in prayer, eyes closed. And just take a moment to feel the practice in the body. In the mind. And the breath. Take the thumbs to the third eye and remember your intention. Mentally repeat that to yourself now. Take it with you. And we bow the head to the heart to seal the practice. Namaste. Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day.
Thanks, Katie.
Thank you. Have a good Friday, good weekend.
Thanks.